Alzheimer Scotland Dementia Research Centre, it's a broad base, just like the Centre for Cognitive Ageing and Cognitive Epidemiology. It's not as big yet, but it includes a cohort, well, a case register, in fact, not so much a cohort, it's a case register. We have a case register which is associated with the Scottish Dementia Clinical Research Network, which I'm also co-director, and that includes people with dementia and related cognitive disorders who have agreed to take part in research. And so we go out and when they agree to take part in research, we do some basic cognitive testing, we look at behaviours, we look at activities of daily living, we look at diseases they might have and their general situation. And we have all those data, and we can link those data to health data, and we can also go back and ask the people on the register whether they would like to be part of research studies. Importantly, we hope to set up a brain tissue bank for people with dementia, drawing on that case register, and that will complement the brain tissue bank that's being set up for the people in the LBC 1936 study. So we'll have a group of people who are well defined, who have got normative cognitive ageing, they've aged normally, against a group of people who have got dementia, so non-normative, and we'll be able to look at the differences. From the point of view of dementia, it's well known that your physical health in middle age increases your risk, or can change your risk for dementia when you get older. So for example, if you're rather obese, or if your blood pressure's high, you've got too high lipid levels in your blood, then you're at higher risk of dementia when you get older. Well, it's not surprising that physical health does that, but also we've recently reported that psychological health has an impact. For example, and this is somewhat speculation, but we know from our animal research group and from our stress hormones and cognitive ageing group within the Centre for Cognitive Ageing and Cognitive Epidemiology that some steroids that's related to stress, particularly glucocorticoids such as cortisol, have an adverse effect on the hippocampus. That's part of the brain, particularly implicated in Alzheimer's disease. And in fact, if you have animals that you block the effect, then they no longer suffer from cognitive decline. I think for Alzheimer's Scotland Dementia Research Centre, the dementias, there's a variety of them, and there won't be a single cure. There'll be a variety of things, and we have to work out the causes. Part of that is having a brain tissue bank. That helps us a great deal. And the same is true of the other 95% of people. In fact, probably even more so. It's unlikely we're going to find a single thing that affects everybody's memory exactly the same. And so the great thing about the cohorts we have is it allows us to look at different people and their different risk factors, and by having a wide set of groups, so genetics, imaging, animal studies, brain tissue banks, we can use a whole range of resources to try to find out the underlying causes, and then that lets us to look towards interventions, ways of preventing decline, so that in the end, hopefully, we'll all be able to have happier lives with better cognitive function in our old age.